Hi. I just have a few announcements. I know it's just a few days before Christmas. There's a lot of things going on, and we tend to forget. And so I want to just make some reminders. First of all, tonight is the last of the Advent Vespers that we have been doing with First Baptist and Belmont Baptist. I hope that you'll join us for that. If you haven't already had a chance to see it on Zoom, you can always go back and see it on YouTube. And I hope that you'll take time to do that. Or you can find it on our website as well. I think you'll be blessed by it. I also want to remind you that you will be soon receiving a link for our virtual Christmas Eve service. For the first time and probably forever, we've chosen not to do a in-person Christmas Eve service, and this will be put out by our three churches here in town. And I think it'll be a blessing because it's going to be very multicultural, people of all races will be participating in it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope that you will take time to see it. Also, the Sunday after Christmas is going to be a special Sunday where it's going to be all music. I won't be preaching. That should be a blessing to many of you. The fact that I'm not preaching, but nevertheless, it's going to be all music, and it's all Christmas music, all the songs that you didn't get to sing. Hopefully, you'll see some of them on there. Everywhere you go this time of the year, there are lights. There are lights in Christmas trees, or lights adorning houses. I have been amazed at some of the light displays as Grace and I have driven around the community a little bit to look at some of those light displays. And we have to, there's that question, why is it that during the very darkest day of the year, which is going to be the 21st of December, coming up this coming Monday, why is it that we talk most about light during the darkest time of the year? And I think just in the question I asked there ought to give you a clue. That in the very darkest days, when we can focus upon light, it brings about the joy in our lives that otherwise sort of tends to dissipate in these months of darkness. But it's much more than that. It's also the fact that we are people of the light, that because of Christ, who is the light of the world, who came into the world, we are people who reflect the light of Christ. And so the lights that we see at Christmas are a reminder to us of the light that Jesus brought into the world. The world was swamped in darkness. Isaiah 9 verse 2 says, "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned." Light. Jesus spoke of himself as the light of the world, and he is indeed. Certainly there's something appealing to us about lights. Some of you have all white lights on your Christmas tree. Some of you have colored lights on your Christmas tree. And in our house, that was kind of a debate for a few years about which is the better. And I think Grace won that debate because we have white lights on our Christmas tree, on our pre-lit Christmas tree. We're not one to go out and cut down a tree and do it the old rugged, old-fashioned way. But nevertheless, the lights on our tree shine brightly through the blinds, through the window in our dining room out onto the street. Let's make this clear. The light that we celebrate at Christmas isn't merely about the shock and the awe of the lights themselves, but rather what they represent to our neighborhoods and to our friends. It represents the fact that we as followers of Christ, that we do reflect the light. And by us turning on lights at Christmas time, we're telling the world that we are part of God's family and we are his people. It's about the darkness of the world that was broken by sin, but into the manger in Bethlehem came a small flicker that expanded throughout nation to nation, generation to generation, people to people, until the world has seen his light. May God bless you during this Christmas season. Go in God's peace. Amen.